I'm at Mount Buffalo National Park and about to start today's lockdown adventure. Today's adventure involves a 1 kilometre run up the road, a 10 to 15 minute hike through the bush to the base of a rock climb, a 400 metre scramble up a climbing route, and then run 5Ks back to the car. The track that's in here is quite overgrown. After winter there's usually a bit of vegetation. Ooh, got a bit of a leg pump. So I've got to the first hand line. The slab here is a little bit moist, but I'm hoping that up higher in the sun it's going to be nice and dry and grippy. Hope the climbing route's not that slippery. If it is, probably won't do it. Oh sweet, the slabs over here are a bit dry, so maybe that's just a seeping spot. So this is the last slab. Scramble up this to the last set of bushes, and then the rock climbing route's just up there. It's been about 15 minutes since I left the car. I'm at the base of the rock climb, which is just behind me, and I'm about to start scrambling up. Climb basically follows up the center of this buttress, steepens up a little bit for the crux pitch at grade 13, and then just keeps cruising onto the end. So there's 400 meters of climbing till I get to the top. A lot of the climbing is quite cruisy. Still have to be really careful. Obviously there's a relatively high consequence for falls on this route. And also the fact that there's a bit of fried moss and lichen also make it a little bit more exciting. It's definitely well within my ability, and I've done this a few times before. You can always down climb and always go back if you need to. This next little bit is just a little bit less featured than the others. It's the third pitch belay, and then it's pretty cruisy right up to the top. I'm about halfway up the wall. Midway through, yeah, it starts to ease off a little bit here. There's still a little bit of steepness to it. This style of climbing is heavily dependent on footwork and how you use your feet. The shoes that I've got on are an in-between climbing shoe and hiking shoe. They're called an approach shoe, and basically they give you a lot of friction, similar to climbing shoe on this type of rock. Been on the route for about 20 minutes. I'm almost 3/4 of the way through, and it backs right off here. So I'm able to scramble up these sections pretty quick. Definitely got a leg pump. Just been climbing uphill for the last couple hundred vertical meters. It's really starting to flatten out up here. So once you get to the top, I'll start running down. I'm trying to avoid all the wet patches and wet moss. There's nothing that enjoyable about climbing on something that feels ridiculously insecure. What a day, what a play, what a view. I'm so grateful that we live in this area. This is only a 10-minute drive from home. It's made me feel so good and refreshed and revitalized, even though my legs are a little bit tired. I'm on my way back down the mountain. Kind of meditative, running down the hill like this. Let gravity sort of pull you down. It's very easy to let your mind switch off. That was a bit over an hour and a half, and I feel refreshed.